How's it going there, fellow junkies? It's Rootjunky here, and I have a very fun video for you today. It's going to be on this device right here. This is my brand new Nexus 6, and I absolutely love this device. What we're going to be talking today is about a utility that's called the Nexus Root Tool Kit. This is an awesome utility. It's made by a guy named, or screen name, handle you could say, is Wug Fresh, and he puts this together and maintains it tremendously awesome, keeps it way up to date for all Nexus devices. We're going to be going over the Nexus 6, but it will be able to unlock bootloaders, install custom recoveries, root the device, restore the device, just a numerate of options that you can do with it. Very easy user interface to use, so let's go do this. So first things first, to be able to use this amazing toolkit, we have to turn on some features. So here's my device, and you have to go into settings, scroll down to the bottom of settings and go to about phone, and then next you want to find your build number. So right now you can see my build number is LRX210. And it doesn't really matter what your build number is, but it might be important to use when you're doing this toolkit. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on it about 10 times, and now it says you are now a developer. If you go back from here, you will see that above about phone you have developer options. And then there's two things that are very important in developer options to turn on. Number one is going to be right here, USB debugging mode. And you're going to have to make sure that is turned on the device. And then number two, which is very important, especially for new Nexus devices. Older Nexus devices, it doesn't have this option, but it seems like anything in Lollipop does. And that's right here, is enable OEM unlock. If you do not enable that, you will not be able to unlock the bootloader. So two things checked. It's on up there. It says on right there. And your Nexus device is now ready to use this awesome Nexus Root Tool Kit. Let's go to my computer. So guys, first things first, you have to download this amazing toolkit. So to do that, let's do it. Okay, Google. Nexus Root Tool Kit. Yes, if you have not used this, hook a microphone up to Google and you have Google now. It is amazing. You have to install a plugin in Chrome and it does function very, very well. So basically right here you can see is the developer's actual website. You can also go here, or you can, I think XDA right here. Right here is the bottom one. XDA has a full post on it as well. So you can go to any of these to get it. I'm going to go to his actual website and just show you that this is all the devices that he supports, which are basically all the Nexus devices. From what I'm seeing, I don't see a Nexus player on there, but all the Nexus phones and tablets are listed right there. Here's a screenshot of the interface, some instructions about it, and then you want to go right here to download. This is only available for Windows. Obviously if you have Mac or Linux, you're not going to be able to use this tool. I obviously love this though. I always use Windows, so no big deal. Go ahead and click on it and it'll bring you to this page. Don't click on this, don't click on this, click on this one, begin download. Wait the 10 seconds and basically it'll go ahead and download, or it'll give you a bunch of mirrors, a bunch of things you can download, places you can download it from, like so. Come on, there we go. Just hit primary and it'll download the toolkit to your computer. You can see mine is downloading right there. Once it's downloaded, you just run it and let it do its full install, just like you would install any program on Windows, and then load it up. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and show you mine. I've already got it loaded up right here. So while that's downloading, this is the icon you get when you're done. So we're gonna go ahead and open mine up. It does do quite a little bit of a pause here at the beginning, and it just makes sure that your toolkit is up to date with the newest one. So it auto updates itself, which is really, really nice. And if it isn't up to date, it'll give you a pop-up saying it is, and go ahead and agree to update the toolkit. So right now, this toolkit is on this version right here, version 1.9.9. This is the latest at the time of this video. It probably will be updated. The developer is really, really good at updating this and keeping it up to date with all the newest firmware and everything you're going to need to use it. So it's really, really exciting. So from here, just so you guys can get a full grasp of this, I'm going to go ahead and show you this. Basically, when you first start, it's going to come up with a pop-up, and it's going to look more like this. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is go ahead, come through here, and pick your device. So I have this device right here, the Nexus 6. So that's the device I'm going to go ahead and select, is the Nexus 6. Oh, there is, oh, right there, Nexus Player. He didn't have that in his footnotes on the other side. Google Entertainment. So you can also use this on the Nexus Player, which I'll probably do a video on that. So you can pick your device. I got a Nexus 6. You can see it works on the Nexus 9 as well. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And then the next thing it's going to ask you is, what build number are you on? So that's why I pointed that out when we turn on developer options to, know your build number. You can always pick any build, or you can pick custom ROM, saying basically you have a Lollipop custom ROM on your device. You can pick any of these options. If you know your build number, pick it. If you don't, just pick any build. Just that way you're safe. So I'm going to pick this because I know this is my build number right this minute. Auto detect device plus build, which is really nice. If your device is plugged in, then it can auto detect that. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. And how to enable ADB debugging, it goes ahead and walks you through how to do that, which we've already done in the video. So we'll just go ahead and hit OK. And what should happen here is this should ask you for a fingerprint and allow your device to communicate with your computer. At some point it should come up and ask you for that on the device here. So from here, if you don't have your drivers installed correctly, you can go ahead and do a full driver install guide, and you can do all this stuff and get through all of it. Just follow through the steps and walk right through it. It's pretty easy. Launch device manager, launch. Here you go. You can just look through the steps and install Google drivers or PDA.net drivers, universal drivers. It just walks you through it. It's very simple to do. I can go ahead and test drivers. So I'm going to do a full driver test really quickly just to prove that my device is functioning properly. So we'll go ahead and do that. So bring this over here so you guys can see it. Full driver test. So first thing it does is it checks ADB status. Device was not found. Talks about how to do this. Change some things around and see if we can get it to be found. Let's go ahead and connect it this way. And let's go ahead and run it one more time. Checking ADB status. There you go. You get the authentication thing coming up. Go ahead and hit allow. And then it actually talks about here again. So go ahead and OK. So now it checks it again. And it looks like it's OK. Now it's going to go ahead and reboot the device into bootloader mode, which you guys can see here. And once it's done doing that, it's going to check fast boot status. So again, you can see that information right there. And fast boot's okay, fast boot status is good, and now it's rebooting the device once again. And once done, you should be good to go once it boots up. So that proves your drivers are functioning correctly. That proves that your fast boot drivers are also functioning correctly. Once you have those two things set up properly, now this whole tool will function really well for you. Well, that's booting up. Let's go ahead and close this out. We just proved our drivers were working okay. Actually, you know what? It's not letting me close it, is it? Yeah. It's actually waiting for the device to fully boot before it allows me to proceed. So the driver test kind of locks in right there. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. Device detected. There you go, successful. Alright, so we're good to go on all of that, and that actually closed out after I was done. You can see this live log is very nice. It really clears it up so you know exactly what's going on as you go through the process. So I'm really happy about the live log. I like that a lot. That's new from the last time I've used this toolkit. So from here, guys, let's go ahead and we've got our device set up. We have our drivers installed. You can do some different thing here. You can do backup and restores. This will back up your data on your device and then it'll restore it later. But basically we're going to go ahead and just do a unlock since we have a Lollipop. our install and setup process is very easy once we wipe data. So the first thing you have to do to even use this toolkit really, more than anything, is you got to have an unlocked bootloader. So that's what we're going to run right now. This will wipe your device. Make sure you do a backup first. So they recommend doing the backup. It's optional. If you want to do that right now, I'd run that script and walk through the utility. It'll be pretty much self-explanatory. Now that your drivers are working properly, you just run it and you'll be done. So I'm just going to do an unlock. This is going to wipe data. Everything off my device will be wiped off. So definitely be ready for that to happen. So all these apps that I have installed here, you're going to see are going to be gone. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Unlock the bootloader. Alright, so again, here is the full disclaimer. Read through these things, make sure you understand what's going to happen here, and then proceed. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. In order to unlock your device, it needs to go into bootloader mode. Again, it just walks through it. If you want to proceed, you hit yes. If you do not want to, you hit no. So I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. Wait a second, actually it says yes if you would like the script to automatically boot your device into bootloader mode. Yeah, yes. If you want to just manually go into bootloader mode, you can do that, but I'm going to use the script to do it. So again, we'll do yes. Just checking ADB status once again, and you can see this is just going to constantly just go through this process. So you're in bootloader mode, and now it's going to go ahead and unlock the bootloader once it recognizes it. There again, it's checking fast boot status once again, checks those drivers. They look good. I love this live log. I think it is the best thing around. So here it goes. Here is the warning. It tells you on the screen here, go ahead and just follow the screen prompts to unlock it. So we're just going to select it right there. Yes, bootloader unlock made void warranty. I do not care. I'm very happy to void my warranty. So we're just going to use power to select that. Or a volume up and down, so you can go volume up and down, see it? So get yes, and then hit power to select yes. And it says unlocking right there. Very nice. Did a little quick reboot, and the device is now rebooting. Okay, so again, we have the pop-up with all the information. Very, very nice to have this right here. This goes ahead and just tells you it's finishing booting. When it's done, go ahead, turn on USB development options again, and then you can make sure it's all working again, and you can continue to root your device or use any other features that are on the Nexus Root Tool Kit. You can see right there it went into stock recovery, and it's going ahead and wiping out the data on the device, totally factory resetting your now unlocked bootloader of your Nexus 6. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And we'll just leave the toolkit up here right now and let this thing finish rebooting and set it back up again. Alright, there you go. It is fully set back up here. Basically wipe data factory reset. It's like you just got the phone out of the box again, but it is unlocked. It has an unlocked bootloader. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip through all of my setup right this minute and finish this showing you some features on this tool. So here you go, guys. This is my initial setup once again. And what we're going to want to do is just go into, let's see here, I don't want to do that way, go this way. Go into settings, back to about phone, again go to the build number, tap on it 7 times, back to developer options, and you've seen this process, OEM unlock still checked and USB debugging is turned on. And we are back and running, and we can finish doing some more commands on the computer. Okie dokie. So from here we have the unlock bootloader done. We're going to go ahead and root. I'm also going to pick the option to flash custom recovery. You don't have to do this, you can just do the root, but flashing the custom recovery is also really nice. That gives me TWRP recovery on my device. Like I said, this toolkit does it all. You can see it also does flash stock recovery plus on root. It also does OEM relock if you want to relock the bootloader, and also has all these other utilities. But we're going to go ahead and do the root option. So we went ahead and clicked it. Again, it talks about all these things. Read through it, understand the script, right? Understand everything you're doing right here, and then go ahead and it says you must be unlocked to do this, which we already did. And go ahead and hit OK. So again, it's checking ADB, and we can watch the live log to check it out. ADB was not found. So what I learned with ADB on this thing is you need to come in here and you need to go to USB. Nope, not that one. this, that one, go to camera. For some reason that makes it function again. So we'll go ahead and allow this again, allow that little check, and go ahead and hit OK. Again, it's going to check it. This time it found it, and you should continue through the script. So again, we're rebooting into bootloader mode, which is very, very important, so you can flash custom recovery. There we go. You can see in here you do have device status unlocked, status code 3. Again, we're checking fast boot, and once we do that, we're going to flash a modified boot image to allow running privileged commands. You can see that information right there. And you'll boot your device quickly, and it should go ahead and root your device. I don't even know if it's going to fully boot up right here, or if it's just going to run it in the boot sequence and give you root and then reboot back to bootloader. Let's see what we get. It should be recognizing the device fairly soon because I got this pop-up down here. Might have to fully boot to do that though. Alright, if you want to open it up, we can. Shouldn't need to. So device detected, which is good. And pushing root files to your device. So it's doing that right now. Not quite sure what all it's going to push. So just be patient and let this information push over. There we go. Looks like it's pushing everything it needs to, including recovery. Rebooting device into bootloader mode. And like I said, it just runs through it. So rebooting device to bootloader. There we go. Checking fast boot status once again. I love all the checks. Like I said, this live log is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. If you have problems, you can copy the text to clipboard or save the text to a file, and you'll be good. So now it's flashing custom recovery right there. Booting to custom recovery temporarily, and this is to finish rooting the device. So you're going to see it boot up here into custom TWRP recovery. And there we go, and it's going to go ahead and do the root process right there. It just does a little script for you. You don't even touch anything, and your device is now rebooting for the last time, hopefully. And that TWRP recovery is permanent on your device at this point. So again, here we're just waiting for the device to reboot. Alright, there you go, it rebooted. We're going to go ahead and swipe up, and it should go ahead and recognize that device rebooted. It's just saying waiting. There you go, detecting device. And shabam. So right here, it just gives you some quick little information of things to finish doing. So you want to go into your app drawer, and you want to go to, where should it be at here? Super user, super. There it is, super su actually, or super su. Say no thank you. And if it asks you to update the binaries, go ahead and do that and hit normal way. So we don't have to do that. Then we're going to come into BusyBox right here. Dink, dink, and just go ahead and hit install. And it's going to grant super user rights. And let's go back in there. Grant. There we go. Interactive shell. And you can close that out and just go ahead and install. And it should be installing BusyBox, and it's done. Now it actually does say to recommend, oh, and it is on it. So System X bin. It says to make sure it's on System X bin, which it is. So that's it. You can close that out. Get rid of, oh, update binaries are available. That's okay. We don't need it right now. And you should be good to go. So we proved we have root access with that pop-up. If you want to check another application for root access, you know, you can. Here's another one that uses root. We'll go ahead and check it really quickly. Tools and root and grant. There you go. Boom. Gave it root access. So very, very cool. Obviously working quite well on the device. We can go ahead and close out this little pop-up, and we are rocking and rolling. So again, from here, you can do anything else you want to do with these options. We can also go into the advanced tools, which are very, very cool. And you can see it is fully loaded with options beyond your wildest dreams almost here. It really does a lot. You can do all kinds of goodies. Let's just see. ADB device stuff, fast bootloader things. list devices, reboot system, reboot bootloader, reboot recovery. So just, yeah, install APKs, push, pull files, zips, capture screen. That's really cool. So we could grab a screenshot or we could redo a screen record. Logcat bug report generator, you can launch that. You can sideload updates, so get those things installed. User data, recovery system, radios. So you can flash individual parts of any file. So if you want to flash the bootloader, you can click that, flash the bootloader. You can flash the boot, the kernel, or custom kernel. You can flash the radios, the recovery system. I mean, yeah, this is ridiculous. It literally, you can pick any one file from any firmware and flash it. So that's really cool. I'll use this to update this device. This tool does quite a lot. Custom recoveries, modified boot images, and so on. So if you want to use any of those are the features to do them. They are quite impressive. But that's really all I got for you today on the Nexus 6. When you're done, just close out your program and you're good to go. So there you go, guys. That is the first video I'm hopefully going to be doing here on the Nexus Root Tool Kit. It did give me root access on my Nexus 6 right here. You can see that. This toolkit really does everything when it comes to anything you're going to be wanting to do with your Nexus 6. And I'm hoping to do quite a few more videos on it and give you a lot of coverage on this device because it is amazing. So stay tuned for those videos and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Rootjunky out. Yeah.